Hello, everyone. This is Serdjio. Spring is coming, and you have $20,000 in your pocket. We have two beautiful Americans in front of us. They are Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro, and today we're going to decide which one is the best to buy for that money. These two, Americans, have been irreconcilable rivals on the North American market for the last few decades. And if before the agony of choice tormented only American consumers, now this problem already concerns Ukraine as well. They brought a lot of them to our country, and now we'll help you figure out which car of these two is better and which one I would buy for the money. Let's start with Camaro. This is a very charismatic car. I will not deliberately go into detail to describe its technical characteristics. I will only say that the basic model has a little more than 300 horsepower. In principle, not bad. The 7-speed automatic is very fast. The atmospheric motor, 3.6 pulls this car well. And the most important advantage of this car is its styling. We will stop on it. The front end of the car is very beautiful. Frankly speaking, I have never seen a more beautiful front end in American cars. This car also looks very cool from the side. For this money the car looks unreal. The car is a little bit stiff, and you have to apply force when turning the steering wheel. That's because the car has 20mm wheels. The Mustang has 18mm wheels, so it seems softer to me. I think if you put 19mm wheels on this car, it would be very comfortable. In summer the car looks great with 20mm wheels. By the way, you can choose wheels with a diameter of 21mm. I think that with them the car will look like a spaceship. The stern of the car is very modern, high and wide. There are two small exhaust outlets at the back. In general, if you want to draw attention to yourself, then this is the car for you. By the way, I also want to draw attention to this point. This car has a very cool key. It is very cool looking, heavy, and has all the necessary functions. It's not a shame to put it on the table in a restaurant. No one will tell you that you have such a cheap Chevrolet. Let me tell you a little about the salon. The interior is absolutely miserable. Guys, I didn't like the salon. Fabric seats. But this, by the way, is a plus. A good rag is better than a bad Durmanton. The seats are comfortable, electrically adjustable. I didn't like everything else, absolutely everything. The multimedia, the dashboard, the torpedo, the whole interior. It's just not my thing. Mustang is a bit better in this respect. Let's summarize. I intentionally did not go deep into neither figures, nor data, nor characteristics. Guys, I want to give you emotions from this car, whether the car is worth such money. For $20,000 this car is simply cool. The visibility of the car is very poor, but this is a tribute to style. And the style of this car is fantastic, it's very beautiful. By the way, I'm not a fan of American cars, but I really like Corvette and Camaro. They have very narrow window openings, and you sit as if in a pod. The cars are very cool looking. I believe that the style in this car is in the first place, and it's okay that the visibility is not perfect. But the car is very beautiful, and in the parking lot all the attention will be attracted only to you. The motor here is V6 at 3.6 liters. This is the base motor, that is, the weakest. There are similar cars with a 7+ horsepower motor. It's Camaro ZL. They lend themselves very well to tuning. By the way, this car is with a naturally aspirated engine, and it is better not to tune the car. Unless you can change the firmware and the exhaust. This would add some 20 horsepower, but it would not affect the dynamics in any way. That is, for a person who does not want to invest in tuning and who is satisfied with some basic parameters of the car, this car is just right. Now let's do a test. Many convertibles can neither open nor close the roof on the move. I was told that this car is able to do it at speeds up to 50 km/h. The atmosphere is high. Convertible, winter, flying. It's very cool, because I had a convertible BMW, and to do that kind of manipulation, I had to stop. And at traffic lights, the roof didn't always have time to go up or fold again. It is not for nothing they say that Americans provide the maximum possible for the stated amount of money. Maybe they lose out on the quality of the interior, maybe they lose out on the quality of the car assembly or its prestige, but for the money invested they give the maximum. And that's Chevrolet Camaro. Now let's talk about Mustang. Before us is the weakest model in existence, Mustang. This is Ecoboost with an engine of 2.3 of a liter, 300 and a little horsepower. Our task is to assess whether this car is worth $20,000. The styling of the car is very cool, just great, more of a classic, in the style of the brand. But, in my opinion, it still loses Camaro in terms of visual appearance. As for technical specifications, Mustang, they are not striking. 6-speed gearbox and power of 315 horsepower. The engine Ecoboost, volume of 2.3 liters. As far as I know, it is an engine from Mazda, and it has proved itself well. It must be said that this engine can be improved, unlike the Camaro engine. The Chevrolet has an atmospheric engine with 320 horsepower, and tuning is almost useless there. In this model, the engine can be improved to 400 horsepower, and in any case it will be slightly faster than Camaro. The optics are fantastic. There are lenses, very beautiful light, the grille, the bumper, everything is massive. I think this is the better looking of the two cars today. Because of the color. I really like yellow, it looks very cool, especially with the black fabric roof. It's just a great combination. As for the front view, the winner is Camaro, but for the rear view, my preference is Mustang. Black, chic inlay, unreal, very beautiful lights that blink alternately when you turn on the turn signal. It's very cool looking. The exhaust pipes are a bit prettier, of course, at Camaro, but I like the rear view more at Mustang. Let's now take a closer look at the interior. As for the interior, then here Mustang has clearly won over Camaro, because it preserved all the attributes and all the style of the firm Ford, which she develops over the past 50, 60 years. In one word, the interior of this particular car, in my opinion, unambiguously wins. Guys, in a whole day spent with this car, I have a very positive impression of this model Mustang. The gas pedal is very nervous. I would even say that it is the same as at Audi or BMW, such powerful car brands. As soon as you touch it, there is an immediate response. In Camaro it is not like that at all. You will have to choose. Who wants a beautiful interior? Let him look towards Mustang. Who pays attention to the appearance? Camaro, of course, wins in this regard. To be honest, for everyday trips I would probably take Mustang. Very comfortable, just very comfortable, cool car. And let's check out the roof. Where does it open here, this roof? I understood why I was talking about the gas pedal, that it was so jerky and very nervous. Guys, when I first got into this car, and I am now driving it for the first time in my life, I put it on sport mode, and that's why the pedal behaved like that. Now we're in drive mode and the pedal is absolutely adequate. As for fuel consumption, it's hard for me to say yet. We have driven very few of these cars. And I don't want to say what the manufacturer says, because it's self-defeating. It seems to me that both cars will take about 13, 14 liters of 95 gallons of gasoline from any gas station. Well, it's time for our traditional column, race. You wrote that you wanted a daytime competition, so we'll do it in the daytime. We drove far out of town, found a blocked-off stretch of road with perfect pavement, and now we're going to race these cars. We'll compare their dynamics from 0 to 100 from a standstill, and then we'll do it in motion as well. Well, let's go? Camaro goes ahead. Camaro is still faster. And at first they went almost on a par. After all, the volume decides. It's hard to broadcast emotion when those boxes don't want to go. It's very difficult. Now we're going to do another run in motion. We're going to accelerate from 40 km per hour to 200. Okay, close by, close by, close by, close by. Okay, he's leaving. 1, 2, 3. Camaro. We left a little early. Sergey got a little nervous. We compared our rivals. Let me remind you, we are facing Mustang Ecoboost with an engine of 2 whole 3/10 of a liter and Chevrolet Camaro with an atmospheric engine of 3 whole 6/10 of a liter. The winner with a small margin is Chevrolet. The volume decides everything. And now I suggest summarizing today's review. We did not set ourselves the task to tell you any technical characteristics or incredible features of these cars. Let me remind you, these are basic models. The main feature of these cars is their price, $20,000. We had the question, what to buy for $20,000 for the summer? In front of us are two chic, American modern convertibles costing about $20,000. And by the end of today's test, I had made up my mind which one I would take. I'd take this yellow beauty. And why? Because it has a better interior, because it is a little bit softer, and because it has an engine that is designed for the future. It is a turbo engine, which can be upgraded a little bit, and then the car will be faster. It was Serdjio. I say goodbye to you.